But let's start with Sarah Palin. So she's on the warpath against Obama. She says he shouldn't go to Copenhagen, and there was a climate gate scandal, and then how dare he, and la la la. She's attacking him in every way, shape, and form. But then she goes on the Rusty Humphries show, and she takes it to the next level. Apparently, she thinks the birthers have a point, even though every case that they've ever brought has been not only thrown out of court, but there have been fines levied against the lawyers for bringing frivolous lawsuits. Okay, but she's going to go on Rusty Humphries' conservative show and claim otherwise. So let's have fun. Let's watch.
Sarah Palin here on the Rusty Humphries Show. One of the questions Jason asks is, would you make the birth certificate an issue if you ran?
I think the public rightfully is still making it an issue. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know if I would have to bother to make it an issue because I think enough members of the electorate still want answers.
Do you think it's a fair question to be looking at?
I think it's a fair question, just like I think past associations and past voting records, all of that is fair game. I got to tell you, too, I think our campaign, the McCain-Palin campaign, didn't do a good enough job in that area. We didn't call out Obama and some of his associates on their records and what their beliefs were and perhaps what their future plans were. And I don't think that was fair to voters to not have done our jobs as candidates and as a campaign to bring to light a lot of the things that now we're seeing made manifest in the administration.
I mean, truly, if your past is fair game and your kids are fair game, certainly Obama's past should be. I mean, we want to treat men and women equally, right?
Hey, that's a great point. And that weird conspiracy theory, freaky thing that people talk about that Trigg isn't my real son. And a lot of people say, well, you need to produce his birth certificate. You need to prove that he's your kid, which we have done. But, so maybe we can reverse that and then use the same type of thinking on the other one.
By the way, that guy, I think he's even trying to look like Rush Limbaugh. He's like, I'll go with Rusty. Not Limbaugh, Humphries, and if I gain a little bit more weight and I ask the same exact questions. Okay, that's what they mean by Rush clones. All right, so now on to her points. She says, look, they went after Trigg. Who's they? Who's they? I read one blog on Daily Kos, not by Marcos, but not by any of the people on the front page. It was anyone can write a blog on Daily Kos. Who knows? Maybe it was Bill O'Reilly. Okay, I don't know. Anyone from the public can write about it. No media actually talked about that Trigg thing, let alone the fact that Obama and his campaign, of course, didn't talk about how Trigg is not your son. Whereas you, yourself, are saying, hey, maybe Obama's not really a citizen here. Well, he should give us his birth certificate. You're the one doing the conspiracy theory, not some random person on a blog somewhere. I was going to say, Sarah, you get the difference? But I'm sure you don't, and you don't care at all. And I love that she says her campaign against Obama wasn't vicious enough. They should have got into his past associations more and into more conspiracy theories. Unreal, man. And then she said, it's a fair question. Fair question. I mean, I don't know. Is he a United States citizen or is he not? How about every single court case that said this is not a fair question? It's a frivolous lawsuit. It's absolutely not true. How about all the press reports where they say, look, I had the birth certificate in my hand. Factcheck.org. It has a raised seal. It has the date. It has everything. We don't know how else to tell you. It's real. Nah, she's totally off the deep end, and she doesn't give a damn. She just wants to stoke those people on the right, sell more books, become their hero. That's what she's going for here.
This is similar, was it, Chuck Grassley the other day when he was backing up some stupid things that are being said. And we said, well, at least on the other side of the debate, they're saying these lies, which weren't, as we pointed out. So it's in a roundabout way, whenever they admit to something like that, they're saying, well, we're lying about it because they're lying about it. So it went back, same thing. He said, isn't that fair game? Well, they lied and said that Trigg isn't my kid, so I can lie and say that he's not a citizen of the United States. Nobody's realizing that they're blatantly saying, well, yeah, I'm just lying about it because they're coming at me, so I can lie, can't I? This has nothing to do with truth. This has something to do with getting back. We're back to fifth grade again.
Right, and of course, and when you break it down, Grassley or Palin, their claims about how the other side is lying, it's simply not true, right? No one from the Obama campaign went after Trigg, not even remotely close. And what Grassley said yesterday about, the Democrats say 14,000 people are losing their health insurance every day, And there's a study that says, yeah, 15,200, right? He goes, oh, that can't be true. So that allows me to lie. Except it is true, and you admit you're lying. Unreal.